Mr. Chair, I would like to move that in order to clear up things, to clarify matters, we should invite Congressman Saldico.
Here is the USB. Sinasabi, papaano nagkaroon ng insertion? Under the name of Congressman Saldico.
Mr. Chair, sorry.
Comsec, can you show this? Para lang sabihin di ako
Mr. Chair, with due courtesy.
Wait, I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
No, Mr. Chair.
I have the floor.
Just to, on the
I have the floor.
On the record, Mr. Chair.
I have the floor.
He did not refuse to
I have the floor.
Mr. Chair,
Suspend.
motion to suspend.
Mr.
Suspended na.
Does this mean na hindi nila kaya i-dispute yung sinabi ko na 2025 budget is the most correct budget ever passed in the history of Congress? So I second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I am objecting on the motion. I am objecting on the motion.
So kung ang isang congressman, sabi nyo kanina kahit sino masagasaan, wala tayong sasantuhin, kahit congressman, kahit senador. Kung ang congressman hindi pa pwedeng maging resource person at hindi natin pwedeng pa-testify under oath, di ibig sabihin sa usapang to, exempted ang congressman.
The rule did my question violate. May I appeal to our colleagues, magrespetuhan tayo. Kung tiyempo nyo naman, pwede kayong magtanong. I gave that preliminary question because I'm moving to the next question.
This is a point of order po.
What law did I violate in asking a question, Mr. Chair? Hindi na po ba ako pwedeng magtanong? Kailangan ba yung tanong ko, ipaalam ko kay Congressman Marcoleta?
At nandito po kanina si Congressman Abante. Siya po yung nagsabi na wag naman akusahan yung House at pangalanan kung sino yung tinutukoy. Bakit pa po hindi imbitahan kaagad ng committee para malaman na po natin kung sino yung tinutukoy niya, Mr. Chair? So ayaw nyo bang mag-present ng motion na imbitahan na siya kaagad para pangalanan na rin po niya? At sinabi naman po niya na willing naman po siyang imbitahan.
Should I make the motion now?
But I think we have to state for the record as well that in many public forums, Mayor Magalong has labeled the committee as merely a moro-moro committee.
Di tingnan natin kung haharap siya pag inimbitahan natin.
I think...
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Sobrang nakakagulat na balita. Grabe, si Zaldico kulong na. Tumestigo na si Abante. Nahuli ni Toby Tiangco. Nagsalita na si Garin. Ayon sa nakalap nating impormasyon, aarestuhin na sa Kongreso. Nagkagulo ang mga congressman sa hearing ng flood control project. Itinatago kasi ng komite si Zaldico. Uminit ang ulo ni Toby Tiangco. Binulgar na mga ghost project. Grabe, si Zaldico kulong na. Tumestigo na si Abante. Nahuli ni Toby Tiangco. Nagsalita na si Garin. Tara, panoorin natin.
Mr. Chair, I would like to move that in order to clear up things, to clarify matters, we should invite the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations in the last Congress, in the 19th Congress, and the chairman of the committee, Congressman Saldico, and former Senator Grace Po. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
Second. Mr. Chairman. Before Secretary Bonoan leaves, I would like to ask a question. I'm supposed to ask this question.
Wait. So, excuse me.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's a motion po muna.
Motion. I seconded the motion. I thought it was already.
But I don't think Secretary Bonoan will leave as yet.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah. I seconded the motion of the Honorable Irise, Your Honor.
Can we restate the motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move to that this committee invite the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations and the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance in the last Congress, na 19th Congress, para malaman po natin kung paano, ano yung talagang storya, bakit nadagdagan ng mahigit 100 bilyon at saan nila kinuha yung mga programa na yon na idinagdag sa pantalang sinasabi po ni Secretary Bonoan na hindi naman po sila yung nagbigay ng mga programa na ito. Alam niyo po, especially on flood control projects, kung malalaking proyekto ito, dapat po mayroong mga environmental compliance certificate. So, mahalaga na malaman natin saan galing ito. So, ang nakakaalam lang po yun dito, si former Senator Po at si Congressman Saldico, sapagkat yung mismong pagpoproseso ng mga insertions na ito ay nanggaling sa kanilang mga tanggapan. And I'm sure, yung mga opisina nila, yung staff nila, sila nakakaalam. Dahil sila yung nagproseso nitong mga insertions na ito.
Mr. Chairman,
I seconded
I would like to, I would like to second.
motion.
Yes, Your Honor. May I? I would like to second the motion. I would like to explain why. You know, last August 4, I delivered a privileged speech questioning the, I think, mangled beyond recognition 2025 budget. And I was very specific on the automatic appropriations. Almost ang daming ginalaw. So hindi lang yung program appropriation, new general appropriations ang ginalaw pa yung program. In fact, towards my ending statement, I have said that 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget ever passed in the history of Congress. Sinabi ko yan. You know what? Nung araw sa time namin, pag may nag-mention sa previous budget, yung former chairman, tatayo kagad yan sa plenary. Magsasalita, question of privilege, individual and collective privilege, i-explain kung anong nangyari. Mr. Chairman, August 4 ako nagsabi, 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget. Hanggang ngayon, wala akong narinig na denial man lang sa previous chairman o sa previous members ng committee. Does this mean na hindi nila kaya i-dispute yung sinabi ko na 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget ever passed in the history of Congress? So I second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I am objecting on the motion. I am objecting on the motion. Mr. Chairman,
You want to
I would like to know the reason why, because I would like to find out if we're going to invite them here, are they resource speakers or they are members of the House of Representatives? Are we going to ask them questions? Are they going to answer it? We'd like to find out.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
Mr.
Chair, may
Chairman,
move
may I-
for a few minutes suspension.
Mr. Chairman,
Chairman,
Move to suspend,
Chairman.
Mr.
there's
Chair.
a pending motion by
Session suspended.
Congressman Arrese.
Mr. Chairman, there's
I second it.
meeting resumed.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Erice has the floor, and I asked him to.
Yeah,
that
but Mr.
be
Chair, I
allowed
was
to make a
listed since
manifestation.
this committee assumed.
We recognize her first.
Yeah, and with due courtesy, boss, sandali lang. With due courtesy to the Honorable Chanco, very quickly, I just really need to go. I just really need to go for a personal matter. Mr. Chair, with due courtesy to all my colleagues, kani-kanina lang ay tinanong ni Congressman Shell Jokno at ni Congressman Secretary Laila De Lima na hindi ba pangit na meron tayong komitiba and we might be investigating our colleagues? That's precisely the reason, Mr. Chair, why we are all here, because of our oversight powers. Yes, tutumbukin yan by the third-party investigators, and if there are cases, let cases be filed against the personality. Pero ang punto ko lang, Mr. Chair, I am appealing to our members, wag po nating ilihis na patuloy ito na nangyayari. Nagbago na ang chairman ng Committee on Appropriations, nangyayari pa rin. And tila ako, nung pag-aral ko ng 2026 proposed NEP, merong mga napasok na flood control projects na hindi nang galing sa baba. Mr. Chair, with due courtesy to my colleagues, yes, tumbukin natin later ang Committee on Appropriations, but for now, we have the officers that resigned. I'm not sure if it is already accepted, officials of the Department of Public Works and Highways. We need to know paano ito nangyayari. And also, Mr. Chair, if I move forward, the intent of this committee is to exercise of oversight powers to put in and instill measures para hindi na maulit. Instead of focusing on a single situation, as reiterated, as conveyed by my very good friend, Congressman Ungab, baka pwedeng, we can invite them. We can invite a colleague who is not a member of the four committees. So the former chairman of the Committee on Appropriation is not a member of all the committees here. Eh, pwede naman niyang imbitahin. Why do we have to put on motion? Let us not make the investigation personal. Let us all work together so that in the 2026 budget, while we are ongoing the deliberation, let us identify yung mga singit na flood control projects, yung mga cat's eye na nandiyan pa rin at hindi pa rin natatanggal. Let us do our job by putting a permanent seal to dull is to all these anomalous things. With that, Mr. Chair, may I appeal to to my colleagues, yes, let's invite the personalities mentioned. Let's do away with motions and divisions of the House because we are losing focus. Balikan natin, ano bang iniimbestiga natin? Na mapunta ang pera ng taong bayan sa tamang proyekto. Na mapuntahan ang investigasyon sa dapat na mga baguhin, that we have a new secretary, that we will be helping him, maybe put everything in place, all the safety measures, at yung mga admin orders, executive orders na nandiyan dyan, tanggalin na natin while we are all here. So again, Mr. Chair, may I repeat my appeal. The focus of our investigation is to nip the bud, putulin ang ugat para hindi na ulit tumubo. And with that, Mr. Chair, let's move forward to the interpellators that have signified their intention to ask questions. And I believe the Honorable Erice, as I earlier talked to him, is amenable to inviting a colleague. Kung hindi dumating, then let's discuss that. But is that the solution? Because any member of Congress will change, any committee chairman will change. But if the root of the cause of all of this will not be nipped, paulit-ulit pa rin itong mangyayari.
Mr. Chair. Thank you, Congressman Chanco, then Congresswoman De Lima, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yun na nga ang problema, no? Nung unang ginawa to, I was against it. How can we investigate ourselves? That is the primary question. So kung ang isang congressman, sabi nyo kanina, kahit sino masagasaan, wala tayong sasantuhin, kahit congressman, kahit senador. Kung ang congressman hindi pa pwedeng maging resource person at hindi natin pwedeng pa-testify under oath, di ibig sabihin sa usapang to, exempted ang congressman. So paano tayo mag-iimbestiga? Paano tayo tutuloy? Number one. Number two, Mr. Chair, here is the USB. Sinasabi, paano nagkaroon ng insertion? Under the name of Congressman Saldico, ang insertion sa BICAM as proponent siya is 13,803,693,000. And we do not want to invite him as a resource person.
Mr. Chair, sorry.
Comsec, can you show this? Para lang sabihin di ako
Mr. Chair, with due courtesy.
Wait, I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
Yeah,
I have the floor.
No, Mr. Chair.
I have the floor.
Yeah, just to, on the
I have
record,
the floor.
on the record, Mr.
I
Chair,
have the floor.
he did not refuse
Suspend.
to
I have the floor.
Mr. Chair,
Suspend.
motion to suspend.
Mr.
Suspended na. Meeting resumed.
Mr. Chair,
We are returning to the previous motion. I think there are particular details on how we would want to dispose of the motion, particularly because the subject of the inquiry today are specific projects. And this is something we understand that budget implementation, budget preparation is within the context of implementation of infrastructure projects. But I think we would want to focus on the specific projects that had been inspected by the President today. The further that we delay discussions on the matter, I think the public will be more frustrated with Congress. No? So what is the pleasure of Congressman Erice, Your Honor?
Mr. Chair, if that's the case, I would like to defer my motion because I would like to consult my staff kung itong mga 100 billion na insertions sa 2025 budget ay may mga nakasamang ghost projects as the President had mentioned in his revelations. So, ito-consult ko kung wala po dito, I will withdraw my motion. Pero kung meron, I will insist on my motion. So, Mr. Chair, I would like to request to defer my earlier motion.
Thank you, Congressman Erice. The motion is deferred.
Mr. Chair.
Just a point of order, just a
Mr. Chair.
inquiry from the movant. So when he moves for the deferment of his motion earlier, he's not really withdrawing the motion. Do I take it correctly?
As I said, I said, Mr. Chair, I am not withdrawing my motion. I'm just deferring my motion to in order to consult my staff whether this 100 billion insertions in the 2025 budget includes ghost projects as mentioned by the President. So, in order to be fair to this committee.
Isn't it? I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I have to raise this. Isn't it, with due respect to our colleague, the senior minority leader, you were actually mentioning about the BICAM earlier. And really, that's supposed to be part also of my questions later. Nobody has ever seen, or as far as I know, the BICAM committee report for the 2025 GAA has not been released, but I've seen a copy. So there are a lot of questions there. And the only ones who can really explain those things, because there's an unprecedented cuts and insertions. 373 billion, I understand. I consulted certain budget experts. So, ang pananaw ko po, paano tayo makaka-move on sa pag-inquire nitong mga individual projects, insertions, etc., kung hindi pa natin nalalaman ano ang nangyari sa BICAM noong 2025. And therefore, ang makakasagot nun, just information, would be the two chairs of both panels, the House and the Senate, in that BICAM. I'm not saying that my colleague, my distinguished colleague, would have no discretion to make a deferral of this motion. It's just that, doon po sana rin ako tutuloy sa punto na yon. We have to understand what happens sa BICAM. And makakasabi sa atin yan, yung report mismo, na hindi pa nakikita ng karamihan, and testimony as resource persons of those in the know. And that refers to both chairs of the APRO Committee of the House and the Finance Committee of the Senate. So it's just a form of a manifestation. At gusto ko lang pong sagutin ng konti yung punto ni the Honorable Congresswoman Garin was saying something, let's not make it personal. Who's saying that we're making it personal? Nothing personal here. It's all about public interest. It's all about truth and accountability. Wala hong personalan dito. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, if I may, Mr. Chair, because I'm listed as the first interpolator, may I appeal to my colleagues? If I may be able to proceed to my line of questioning, I will pursue the line of questioning of the Honorable Ega Erice, and I fully respect the context of the statements of the Honorable Laila de Lima. With that, Mr. Chair, may I appeal that I be recognized as the first.
Please proceed.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga kasamahan. Mr. Chair, may I ask, because the...
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes, what is your point of order?
Yes, no, I just want to inquire, because ang rules na po natin is minority, independent, and majority.
No, I don't think there's a rule like that.
So, kailan po ang term ng independent?
Sorry?
Kailan po ang term ng...
After the majority.
So, ang rule ng committee na to is minority, majority, independent?
Yes po.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat din, Kong Toby.
Congressman Flores, please.
Yeah, Mr. Chair. The former Secretary Bonoan is actually asking that he be excused, Mr. Chair, as there is going to be a turnover for the DPWH with the new Secretary, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I understand.
With the undertaking that he will come back and in the next scheduled hearing, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
interpellation, then he can
precisely the reason that I want to move forward, because the subject of my interpellation will be answered by the Honorable Bonoan. Yeah, very quickly, Mr. Chair, kung pwede lang po sana. I only have 5 minutes.
If we do allow that, Mr. Chair, then we would have to allow everyone to ask questions to Secretary Bonoan.
But Secretary Bonoan is time-bound, no? So we'll just let her finish, then Secretary Bonoan can basically go.
Maraming salamat, sir. Maraming salamat, Kong Flores. So, Mr. Chair, kanina nga, may mga natanong si Sec Laila, may mga tanong si Kong Erice. May I ask from the Secretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways,
Former po.
the former secretary. No, can you give us a very brief flow of how projects are listed in the National Expenditure Program?
Your Honor, the process is, it starts from the engineering districts in consultation with various sectors.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Sorry to interrupt. Hindi po kaya nabanggit na po ni Secretary Bunoan yung tanong po ni Congresswoman Garin sa pagtatanong po ni Congressman Erice. This is just a duplication of the question propounded by Congressman Erice.
But I think we have to give her the honor of asking the questions.
Even if it's a repetition of what was asked
Mr. Chair,
earlier.
what rule did my question violate? May I appeal to our colleagues, magrespetuhan tayo. Kung tiyempo nyo naman, pwede kayong magtanong. I gave that preliminary question because I'm moving to the next question.
This is a point of order po.
What law did I violate in
excuse
asking a question, Mr. Chair? Hindi na po ba ako pwedeng magtanong?
I'm making the-
Kailangan ba yung tanong ko, ipaalam ko kay Congressman Marcoleta?
Binanggit ko lang po na natanong na po kasi ni Congressman Erice yung pong katanungan ng ating
That's why, Mr.
mambabatas.
Chair, I mentioned that my questions is in line with the question of Congressman Erice. That's why I'm setting the premise. Let's move forward, Mr. Chair. Sayang ang oras na hinihinto natin ang investigasyon na ito.
If the premise was laid already, why do we have to repeat it?
Because, Mr. Chair, I have my time. I'm laying down my premises of... Ano po ba ang kinakatakutan ni Congressman Marcoleta sa mga katanungan ko?
Wala po.
Then let me proceed, Mr.
Gusto po
Chair.
natin
It's my
mag-move
time.
forward. Itirin po natin ang oras. Di po ba?
Oras ko po ang kinakain ng mga tanong ko. And Mr. Chair, may I move that my time be sent back to point zero?
Yes, let the Deputy Speaker proceed, please. Thank you. The Chair has ruled.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Balik po ako sa zero at magsimula po ang aking 5 minuto. So Secretary, ulitin ko lang po yung tanong para po madugtong ko. Paano po ba nagsisimula ang paglista ng mga proyekto sa NEP? Sa NEP po muna tayo.
Sa NEP po ay nagsisimula po dun sa mga engineering districts namin when they consolidate their proposals from all sectors actually. For all the projects that would have to be considered into the budget that has been allocated per engineering district, Your Honor. And in consultation with various sectors, as I said, this has to go through municipal development councils, provincial development councils, and this will have to be elevated actually to the regional development councils where they will propose actually their regional budget proposals. From the regional budget proposals, this is where we are going to determine actually the priorities that will be incorporated into the NEP to the allocation for each of the legislative districts, Your Honor. So this is where we are going to determine the priorities and include into the proposal, Your Honor.
How about, Mr. Chair, dun sa implementation? Sino naman ang nag-oversee ng implementation sa baba?
The implementation of projects is dependent on the threshold authority that has been given. Let's say, for example, in the district level, Your Honor, they have the authority to implement projects up to 150 million, and up to the regional offices, they have the threshold authority to implement up to 400 million, Your Honor.
In other words, Mr. Chair, correct me kung tama po ba ang tinutumbok natin. Sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon, ang proposal ay nanggagaling sa baba. After several consultations, umaakyat, napopondohan, nalalagay sa budget, pero pagdating sa implementation, ang mga proponents ay siya rin ang nag-oversee ng implementation. Tama po ba, Secretary?
Ang nag-oversee ng implementation, Your Honor, will be the district.
So technically, where it emanated, kung sino ang nag-propose, initially, yun din ang mag-oversee.
Yes, Your Honor.
In the normal flow of conduct. So kamakailan po, Secretary, ay nakita ko sa news na kayo po ay bumisita sa mga proyektong na-allege na ghost. Do you confirm this, sir?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Pwede niyo po ba kaming i-orient kung totoo ba talagang ghost sangayon sa lumalabas sa balita? Totoo bang substandard? And can we have the specifics of this project?
Your Honor, when the President has mentioned actually that we have to investigate all the projects that we have furnished him, actually completed projects that we have furnished him, I immediately sent out validation team from the Department of Public Works and Highways to do a what we call present and absent project identification, Your Honor. And thereafter, there has been some reports actually that there are projects that cannot be located, and there are projects actually.
Apologies, sir. Tumbukin na lang po natin yung una yung binisita. Were these projects in Bulacan?
Yes, Your Honor, meron kami.
So, ghost ba? Hindi ba totoo? May project na pondohan, na kolekta, pero walang existing? Ganun po ba ang inyong nakita o hindi?
What I can now divulge, Your Honor, is actually there are two projects that we have noted that these are ghost projects.
Ibig sabihin, multo ang flood control project na yun.
These are projects that cannot be identified and cannot be
Were they paid,
located
Mr. Secretary?
in Bulacan First Engineering District. Your Honor.
Nabayaran po ba siya, Mr.
Nabayaran
Secretary? Okay. Yung dalawang project, unahin lang natin ito kasi gusto nga natin makita yung flow. Kanino po nag-emanate ang request na pondohan ang mga proyektong ito? Sang-ayon sa pagbisita ng ating Pangulo, yung dalawang project na sinasabi niyo po.
The first project was actually financed under the fiscal year 2024. And the other project is actually financed under the fiscal year 2025, Your Honor.
Ito po ba ay nanggaling sa baba? Was this proposed from the district or the regional office? Ito po ba ay pinopose ng ating district engineer at inakyat sa opisina nyo na pondohan sa NEP? Ganun po ba?
I don't have the... our record is just saying that it came from the General Appropriations Act, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Chair, may I move that we request the Department of Public Works and Highways, whoever is taking over, na tingnan yung flow. Una, paano ito napasok sa GAA? Pumasok ba ito sa NEP? Because what we are seeing here as a perennial problem, yung nag-propose ng project ay siya din ang mag-i-inspect, siya din ang magsicertify, siya din ang magsasabi na bayaran ito. Tama po ba, Secretary Bunoan?
Magsasabi ng bayaran, Your Honor, will be the implementing office that supervises and implements.
Precisely.
Yes,
It's the same office that you mentioned. Yung nag-propose, papunta sa central office, papunta sa DBM, at na inoon ng DBM, napunta sa budget, siya rin ang mag-i-implement, siya rin ang mag-go signal. So the power rests in a single office or a group of people. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor, if the project emanated from the National Expenditure Program.
So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, dugtungan ko lang po, kasama lang itong mga binisita ni former Secretary Bunoan, kasama yung ating Pangulo. Yung pong sinabi niyong Barangay PL, Baliwag, Bulacan, ito po ba ay ghost din?
This is one of the projects that I have mentioned, Your Honor.
Ano po yung parang merong flood control na parang ginaganong-ganon ni Presidente? Yung semento na kaya niyang durugin sa kanyang mga kamay ang semento.
I would not know if that would be the project that he's referring to because this project does not have any...
The one he mentioned, substandard. Magkasama kayong, I just saw it in the news, sir.
I was not I was not with the President during that visit, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Chair, my next question, in these two ghost projects that you are referring, meron pa po bang iba or wala na? Sa pagkakaalam nyo?
Under investigation and validation, Your Honor.
Okay. For the first two ghost projects, proven to be ghost, sino-sino po ang contractors?
The project in Barangay Pierre Baliwag, Bulacan is SYMS Construction. And both of them, both projects are SYSM Construction, Your Honor.
And what were your actions, Mr. Secretary? After that visit and when the President gave you a directive, ano po ang naging action nyo?
My directive was actually to issue the preventive suspension of all the officers of the First Engineering District, Your Honor.
Will you agree with us in saying, legislative-wise, kailangan siguro lagyan ng safety measures na yung proponent sa baba ay hindi rin siya ang magiging implementor? Tama po ba?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Next, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, dun po kapag inakyat na after DPWH, saan po pumupunta ang proposal? Anong opisina po?
Pagka na-consolidate na po namin, Your Honor, I think we submit it to the Department of Budget and Management. So we'll now then consolidate all the National Expenditure Program of Government.
Does the DBM vet or chine-check ba ng DBM yung lista na sinusubmitin nyo? Kagaya ng, napunduhan na pala ito nung nakaraang taon, hindi na ito pwedeng punduhan ngayon. Ginagawa ba ng DBM yon?
I am not sure, Your Honor, but I think I have not experienced anything that they would call our attention for that matter.
So what you submit to DBM, they take it hook, line, and sinker? Kasi sa pagkakaintindi ko ay tinitingnan nila ito.
Well, Your Honor, I think they consolidate all the projects and see to it that everything is in within the budgetary allocation that they have given to the agency, Your Honor.
And who encodes, Mr. Chair? Sino po yung naglilista officially? Kino-computer ba yun? Mano-mano ba? Or meron bang sistema ang DBM or ang DPWH para mapasok? And I think seeing the situation, Mr. Chair, ang nakikita ko po ay si Yusek Cabral, who's charge of planning and IT, would know a lot of things in so far as this is concerned. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Your Honor. Your Honor.
So may I request very briefly si Yusek Cabral, if you can update us, appraise us, paano po, saan nanggagaling yung listahan na nasa NEP?
Before responding, last 30 seconds, Your Honor.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, pagdating po ng regional budget proposal, nagre-rely po kami doon dahil yan po ay vetted ng mga regional offices at ng district engineering offices. Prioritize po yan, ranked according to their priorities. Ini-encode po namin sa central office based on the ceiling threshold. Chine-check po yung mga location, kung tama, kung tama yung placement sa program, activities and projects. At tinitingnan din po namin kung ito ay nasa menu ng DPWH.
And as Undersecretary for Planning and IT, this falls within the gambit of your office.
Yes, Your Honor.
So ang tanong ko, ang next ko na tanong kay Yusek Cabral, meron ka bang ipinapasok o yung opisina mo, meron bang isinisingit sa listahan ng mga proyekto na hindi nanggaling sa baba?
Wala po, Your Honor.
So lahat ng nililista mo dyan ay nanggagaling sa district engineer.
Sa regional budget.
And you're under oath, Madam Yusek.
Yes, Your Honor.
What if we can show you that in the previous budgets, including in the proposed 2026 NEP, ay merong mga proyekto na hindi nirekomenda ng district engineer, ng regional director, pero paglabas ng NEP sa DBM ay may mga nakalista na?
Your Honor, we have to check on the origin of the project, if you can give me the list of
Yes.
projects. Yeah.
So ang next ko na tanong, Mr. Chair, last two questions.
question.
Last two questions.
Okay,
if I
last
may.
two questions.
Yeah. Bakit po, dati-rati kasi sa tagal ko sa gobyerno, kapag merong proposed project, lumalabas dyan, okay, project 1, proposed amount is, let's say, 20 million. Yung iba, 50 million. Yung iba, 100 million. Yung iba, 150 million. Bakit tila itong mga nakaraang mga taon, maybe for the past 5 years, bakit merong mga project na hindi na siya 50 million, kundi nagaging 47.5 million, 48 million, or yung 147 million, para ba siya nagiging kontrasernyas yung amount na nakalagay sa mga project na ito? So, as head of planning, how did you determine this cost? Na kung rati-rati ang project ay 50 or 100 million or 150 million, merong mga ganon, pero merong kang mga nakikita na uniform 147 million, yung iba naman 48.5 million, and it's spread in specific areas but all over the country. How would you comment on this?
We rely on the submission, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, of the regional budget proposal.
No, but how do you determine? Because it comes from your office. Paano nyo po kinocompute yun?
Ayun po yung sinabit, Your Honor.
So yun ang sinabmit. Kanino po nanggaling ang computation?
Sa regional budget proposal po, naka-indicate.
So, Mr. Chair, I'm just going to go on my second round and push for this last question because Secretary Bonoan might go. Sec, yung binisita nyo po, yung anong daan ba po yun? Yung sa Baguio? Ano, the President visited a project in, was it in Baguio or in Benguet? Which area was that, Mr. Secretary? It was in Benguet? Okay. Meron kasi siyang sinabi doon na, ano yun? Rock netting?
Rock shed and rock netting, Your Honor.
When did this start, Mr. Secretary? This kind of projects?
Which project, Your Honor? Rock shed.
Itong nagfo-fall in that gambit of rock netting, however, whatever you call that. Kasi nakita ko kasi dun sa balita, when you were being interviewed, or parang si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos atay nagsabi, pinahinto na ito. Bakit binalik? So that's why in aid of legislation, we know how this works. Kasi mamaya itong flood control, tatahimik ulit tayo. Kung walang nagbabantay, ibabalik ulit. Kag medyo hindi na maingay ang tao, ibabalik ulit. So if we need to nip it at the bud, dito sa rock netting, very clear kasi yung paulit-ulit na statement, hininto na ito. Bakit binalik? Can you give us a quick summary of how that happened? When did it start? When was it suspended? Kailan siya binalik? And maybe a rundown of all the allocations spent on similar projects all over the country on an annual basis.
Your Honor, I can only at this point in time say when we stopped actually the implementation of rock netting, I issued a department order to stop the use of rock netting unless it is technically justified and technically evaluated by the central office, Your Honor. That was, if I'm not mistaken, this was in late 2023, Your Honor, when the President instructed me to stop the use of rock netting and traffic safety
You
devices.
stopped it on year 2023.
2023.
Kailan po siya nagsimula, sir?
Long before, I understand, Your Honor.
Approximately what year? Maybe Yusek Cabral can appraise us?
Please wrap up, Deputy Speaker.
Yeah.
I think during the past administration, Your Honor.
So, sorry, may I hear you again, sir?
I think this was started during the past administration, Your Honor.
Para hindi po tayo mamalisyahan, let's work on an annual. Maybe was it 2010? No.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
2013?
I will not be able to.
2016? Yeah. Mr. Chair, I signify my intention to go on the second round. And in closing, may I move that the Department of Public Works and Highways furnish us the total amount spent on, what do you call that project? Is rock
netting, Your Honor.
Rock netting on an annual basis from the time it started up to the time it was suspended and up to the time it was brought back again? Can we get the commitment of the DPWH?
We'll have to drill down po and ask the regional offices and district
Yeah, but can you give us that that data?
We'll provide, Your Honor.
Okay, and my next motion, Mr. Chair, I move that the DPWH be requested to give us a copy of how the broken amounts have been reached to. Na yung dati-rati ang project ay 50 million, 100 million, 150. Merong mga iba doon na tila nasisingit na nakalagay ay 147 million, example, or 49 million. At tila repeatedly happening in the same areas. So can the Honorable Yusek again give us the basis of that computation and the basis of allocating this in the respective areas?
We will do that, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I yield to the next interpolator,
Mr.
but
Chair.
please
Mr. Chair.
the second round.
Mr. Chair. Yes,
Mr.
before giving the floor to Congressman Chanco, Secretary Bonoan will be going to his turnover at the department, so we will have to excuse him at this point.
Yusek Cabral and other Yusecs will stay behind to answer the questions of the members, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Secretary Bonoan.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, may I interject as to this very important, just one question. This is in relation to the...
To whom po? Who are you going to ask the question to?
No, our one contractor, it's in relation to what Secretary Bonoan said a while ago. This connection to what Secretary Bonoan said a while ago. As to the question of the Congresswoman from Iloilo. Just one question, Mr. Chair.
Wait, but let Secretary Bonoan leave first.
Yeah. Pwede na? Very quick.
Just one question because Congressman Chanco.
Yes. Very quick. Mr. Chair, may this representation, if SYMS, as mentioned by Secretary Bonoan, as to the Ghost Project in Bulacan, are they around?
Their
SYMS?
Their SIMS is absent.
SIMS is absent. All right. That's all, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you. Congressman Chanco, you have the floor.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, kanina po pinag-uusapan yung insertion, tinanong po kung ano yung mga natanggal sa 2025 budget at kung ano yung mga naipasok, no? Kaya po pabor sana ako dun sa motion ni Congressman Erice na imbitahan talaga ang dating former chairman ng Committee on Appropriations, si Congressman Saldico, dahil kahit dun sa small committee, wala pong naibigay na report, no? And for the record, under Congressman Saldico as proponent, ang insertion sa BICAM is 13,803,693,000, no? Under Ako Bicol, it's 2,295,000,000, and under BHW party list, it's 2,064,000,000 pesos. So ang point ko lang po dito, Mr. Chairman, is mas malaki pa po ito sa mga, even yung 2 billion, mas malaki po ito sa NEP ng ibang mga lugar. So bakit kailangan dumaan sa party list ang mga proyekto para sa distrito? Bakit hindi po binababa sa distrito directly? At ang makakasagot lang po niyan is si Congressman Saldico. Okay, next. Anyway, pangalawa po, nakita ko po yung listahan ng invited resource persons. Hindi po ba natin inimbitahan si Mayor Benji Magalong?
Not for this hearing, Your Honor.
Pero iimbitahan po ba siya sa susunod na pagdinig?
At the future hearing?
Hindi, sa next hearing?
We have to discuss it first.
Because nandito po kanina si Congressman Abante, siya po yung nagsabi na wag naman akusahan yung House at pangalanan kung sino yung tinutukoy. At pumayag naman po si Mayor Magalong na tukuyin pag siya ay inimbitahan ng House kung sino yung tinutukoy niya na pinakamalaki ang nakukuha na 20%. So ang tanong ko po, bakit pa po hindi imbitahan kaagad ng committee para malaman na po natin kung sino yung tinutukoy niya, Mr. Chair?
I think we have a commitment that we will invite him. But the commitment is not on the next hearing. Kasi marami po tayong pag-usapan. In fact, gusto natin isa-isahin yung mga SIMS construction, hindi yung nagpakita. St. Timothy, hindi yung nagpakita. Ito yung alam ng mga tao na gustong malaman yung katotohanan eh. So, ibig sabihin, we are united with Mayor Magalong on his commitment for against corruption. For him to name the 67 lawmakers, no question. But he will be required in this committee to do it under oath. State 67 lawmakers who are contractors first. Second, lawmakers who are allegedly receiving 30 to 40% kickback. That will come in due time. That is the commitment of this committee.
Hindi, kasi sa sinasabi niya, ang pinakamalaking nakukuha ay yung Committee on Appropriation. So, hindi pa ba mas mabuting i-address na po natin? Kasi, nandyan po, si Congressman Abante, nadinig ko po yung interview nyo, sabi nyo po, dapat pangalanan po ni Mayor Magalong. So, ayaw nyo bang mag-present ng motion na imbitahan na siya kaagad para pangalanan na rin po niya? At sinabi naman po niya na willing naman po siyang imbitahan.
Congressman Abante, you're being asked.
Should I make the motion now?
Better, Mr. Chair, to show na talagang seryoso tayong imbitahan siya.
I just have one,
Mr. Chair.
Before speaking, I have one question lang po to Congressman Chanco. Is this part of your interpellation or what is this? Okay, all right.
It's part of my 5 minutes, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
all right.
And after this, I will have no further questions because this will be my basis of seeing if talagang may pupuntahan tong committee na to o wala. Kung ayaw natin imbitahan si Mayor Magalong sa agarang panahon, medyo may magkakaproblema tayo sa credibility niyan.
But I think we have to state for the record as well that in many public forums, Mayor Magalong has labeled the committee as merely a moro-moro committee. So I think the public should look at that as well.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Pero sinabi niya, kahit tinawag niyang moro-moro, sinabi naman niya na willing siya magpumarap, di ba? Eh di tingnan natin kung haharap siya pag inimbitahan natin.
I think
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Yes, please.
I think we should be sensitive regarding the word moro-moro. May we delete the words because I think it was Kong Zia, who is a Muslim. It was, I think, an affront to the Muslim community.
Yes, I understand it, but that was the exact statement of Mayor Magalong, labeling the committee as moro-moro. We will not remove it from the record, but because that is what he had labeled the committee.
Mr. Chair, just coming it from the members of the committee and saying that it is moro-moro, I think it's quite personal on the part of the members of the committee. But anyway, I will abide by the decision of this committee. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Santos. Again, would you want to respond to
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Chanco, please?
There's no problem in making a motion, but as you made a promise to me, Mr. Chair, that one day Mayor Magalong will be invited, why don't we just finish the hearing right now? We still have a lot of contractors that are waiting to be investigated, to be interpolated. So why don't we wait? Why don't we finish this first before anything else? Bakit natin ginugulo itong hearing na ito samantalang marami naman naghihintay dyan ng mga contractors na very much willing to be interpolated?
All right. Thank you for your response. Congressman Chanco, please.
No further questions.
Thank you, Congressman Chanco.
Ngayon, ikaw, bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.